Hey guys, good morning and welcome to Trinity's training page question of the day. Today's question is brought to you by Becky Noel. Becky's question was, when are we going to start steadying Trinity up at the line? Becky, the answer to that question is we have already started steadying her up at the line, but it will be done in such small increments that you probably won't be able to notice it unless you do like I have encouraged you guys to do in the past, is to look at Friday's video and then go back and look at Monday's video and then look at Friday's again and see the difference, okay? How we have started doing that is if you go back and you look at some of the marking videos, we ran Trinity just a couple of times with the picking string. We would hold her just a little bit on the picking string, mostly when we were back doing obedience, to introduce, the pressure was sit here and heel on this picking string. And if you notice, I have moved to a what I call a steady tab. It's just something simple that I make, and I'm gonna send a couple of these out to some people next week. They're real easy to make. I make them out of the same 3/8 climbing rope that I make the 30-foot leads out of, and also a barrel swivel snap. It's just got a knot in it, and I got a knot in the rope here. I like to put that on the dog. I put the knot in there because, of course, I don't want the thing to slip off and fall off in the pond or out in the high grass or somewhere where I can't find it. But also the knot is not on the end. That way, if the dog goes through brush or something on a mark, it doesn't tend to get hung up. It's up close behind the head, and it kind of lays on the back like that because I'm going to hold this when I steady the dog. And if you'll notice in the last couple of videos, especially of Trinity running some watermarks at the line, I'm not really telling her to sit. I just tell her sit, mark, and then you'll see me, I'm kind of reminding her, this is high up on her head, I'm reminding her to stay seated. Now before, back, a month or so ago when we were introducing Trinity to the marking and to the gunners in the field and all that, as soon as we would shoot the gun, even before the mark was thrown, Trinity wanted to take off, okay? Well, now she's to the point to where she'll watch the mark to a little bit past the top of the arc, and then she wants to go and take off, okay? Well, I'm going to go ahead and let her, but I'm going to continuously monitor that. And I'm going to make sure that each time that we run marks with Trinity, that we can get a little bit longer and a little longer and a little longer before she takes off. Okay? Training this dog, I've explained this lots of different ways in the past to lots of different people, but this is the best analogy that I can give you, okay? Whenever Michelangelo painted the ceiling on the Sistine Chapel, okay? He's seen every brush stroke of every cherub and every angel and every cloud. If he was here today to look at that Sistine Chapel, he would look up at that portrait and he would look at it and he would remember painting every figure, every feature on that, okay? And he would remember mixing the paint and every brush stroke and everything that he done to paint that Sistine Chapel, okay? Now, if you and I were to go over and look at the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, because I have before, and I looked at it and I was like, wow, this is a beautiful picture, okay? Took someone a long time to paint this, all right? That's what we see, and that's what most of the people that are new to dog training see when they come out here to the kennel and they see a master level dog or a finished level hunting dog or a seasoned level gun dog that's spent a couple of seasons in the marsh. they see the beautiful portrait, okay? Well, what I'm trying to teach you guys to do is to look for the brush strokes. So, when we're steadying Trinity up, you have to learn to look for the brush strokes. That being said, you'll see her continually get steadier and steadier and steadier. And before you know it, one day I'm going to walk up to the line with her. I'm going to tell her to sit. I'm going to hold that rope with my fingers, tell her mark. The gun's going to go off. The mark's going to go down. I'm going to drop the rope, and she's still going to sit there, okay? Look for the brush strokes. Thank you for your question. I've had a couple of questions about where to get these pigging strings. I'm going to try this here. I'm going to try to get real close to the camera. Nikki, you'll kind of have to make sure that we can read this, okay? It's called Lyle's Lariats, okay? There's their website, www.lylesropes.com, I believe. And I don't have any idea. It's an 800 number on the phone number there. Can you see that in there? Can you see it or not? Okay. So I backed up and it's clear now where they can read it. Guys, if you will email these people, call them, or whatever, this is a 3/8 steer string, S-T-E-E-R, steer string, for those of you not living in Texas. This is what they use for calf roping at the rodeo. When you see the cowboy ride out there and he throws the lariat rope around the calf's neck, he jumps off the horse, he runs out there, picks him up, throws him on his back. He's got this in his mouth and he whips it around 1 foot, cinches it down, and then he cross figures and ties it off and then throws his hands up, okay? That rope that he's tying that calf's feet with, that is what we're using for our obedience. It is a 3/8 steer string, and if you call Lyle's Lariats and talk to that young lady that works there that takes the orders, if you just tell her you're looking for the same string that John Suits uses for his dog training, I am sure she would look it up and tell you what it is. They're $15 plus shipping and handling. So you guys that are looking for those, that should answer your questions. If you have any more problems, just give me a call. I'll help you get in the right direction. Thank you guys for asking these questions. We're looking right at 500 members right now. I want to encourage you guys to continue to tell people about Trinity's training page. I know a lot of you are getting some good out of it because I hear lots of good things via email, phone call, Facebook, and Messenger. So you guys stick with us, and before you know it, Trinity will be steady, and we'll be that much further along with our well-trained retriever.